Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to my annual Power Revolution video. So it's either come out, and I think it's the 17th of this month, is the 1 year anniversary of 2023. So usually around now, we get the, disclaimer, before I even get into anything, a couple things. Number one, I was a contractor for Eversim. I worked on 4th Generation Warfare. I did some videos and some content for them. I think I don't remember if they paid me to do a live stream or not, but that's neither here nor there. So, anyways, I did contract work for them in the past. Number two, ignore my hair. I haven't cut my hair in a month, and I need to shave my head. And I need to trim up my beard a little bit, so ignore this. But I wanted my face in this video for a few reasons. And the first one is because I want you to see just how disappointed I am. So yet again, another version of the game came out, $65, with all the bells and whistles of the previous 4 to 5 years, plus the usual, we're only adding 4 or 5 things. But with that promise comes, okay, well, I'm paying $65 for a premium product that I'm assuming will get support. Oh, look at that. I got a patch in August, a patch in September, and that's it. We got nothing. We got no communication from Eversim. As per usual, insert rant about the fact that they need to talk to the community. It's one reason why I stopped doing videos for there. Or not for you, but I stopped doing videos in YouTube with Power Revolution. Because what's the point of me doing videos and stuff when you don't even listen to your own community? You don't talk to anybody unless it's, hey, this year's version of the game is out, give me $60. Like, that's it. That's the only time we hear from Eversim yet again this year is, hey, 2023 is out. I was going to say 2022. 2023 is out. Hey, it has these 5 or 6 things we added, just like last year we added 5 or 6 things. Because, we always had 5 or 6 things just to make it interesting. And it's, it's $10 for each thing that you're basically paying for because, you need to keep the company alive, basically. It's the annual keep Eversim on life support, the annual subscription fee. I am so frustrated and disappointed because I know how much and how hard they work on this thing. And I think they've gotten themselves into a situation where they have to do something different. The main reason why I keep saying the company's probably on life support is because if we look at that's my calculator. If we look at SteamDB, that's not many people. Like, here's the estimations here about how many people they think own the game. That's 16,000 copies might be good. So let's do math. Everything you're going to hear here is in Canadian. So we're not going to be talking about tax or whatever, but $65 times 16,100. Game made $1 million. If that biggest number is meant to be believed, I don't think it is. The reason why is because of all the information we're looking at behind us. Right now, 139 people are playing it. That's good. 277, nice. The peak just happened now because the game is at, I think it's like almost 50% off. But if you look on average, say 160 people. Okay. So let's say out of all those 160 people, 50% of them are new. No, you can't even say that. Like, here's the issue. We're not going to know how much they sold, and all we can do is estimate. But I mean, if the game sold thousands of copies, within the first month, we should have seen at least maybe 1,000 people. Instead, we got what? 2, 4, 6, maybe 8,000? 8,000. 800. 800 copies. We'll say not everyone was the same, but not everyone's going to have a chance to play it, right? So if we look and say 800 people played it in the first month. Okay. We'll say, I'm going to assume the tailings were pretty good, meaning they sold 800 copies in the first month. And let's grab Google Sheets here for a split second. I'm going to open up Google Sheets in a different page because my investments are in Google Sheets. Here we go. All right. So, there we go. So, let's do some estimation. So, 800 people played in the first month. Cool. We'll say of that 800, let's say we're looking at an increase of, say, 2% a month. 2% a month. So we're saying we're going to increase the population of the game by 16. Or by 2% every month. So we're going to say, hey, equals, we're going to say every month is 800. And then we're going to times it by 2%. So exponential growth. We will include exponential growth in this thing. And I meant to then say plus the original amount. Okay. So let's go forward what? 1, 2. So this is month 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in 2 months, with exponential growth, meaning that you are growing the amount of people that are playing this game by a minimum of 2% every month, we're maybe at 1,000. What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we'll go to here. Maybe 1,000 people play the game. So now, some months will be spikes. Some months will be drops. Well, our spikes on sales, sorry. And drops in player volumes and things like that because, things go on in the world. So I'm going to look at what they have here, and we're going to go with what number seems to be more accurate. I'm thinking it's 3,000. 3,000 copies. So let's take those 3,000 copies. Everything here is going to be Canadian. We're going to times it by $65. So they made $195,000 Canadian before tax. And my light just go off. It's got dark in here all of a sudden really fast. That's bad. Let's turn on some of my hobby lights here and... Anyways, so they maybe made like 200 grand Canadian. Oh. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's enough to keep, especially with COVID, increase of cost of living, and all that stuff. That's not good. If this is using some math, yeah. I think people are getting fed up with click wrong thing and everything gets broke. Anyways, are getting fed up. I think they need to take a year off. Minimum. And they need to come up with the next version of the game. Base it on this one. Fine. But they need to do several things. Number 1. No more annual versions and charging people $60 every year. Be an adult company with responsibilities and properly support your game. Number 2, a new UI, a new military system. Economic system is actually pretty good, but I think it definitely needs to be overhauled and tweaked because there are mathematical issues here and there. There are some calculation factors that kind of go all squirrely here and there. a lot of stuff also long term. So if you try to play this game 20, 30, 40 years into the future, the game gets messed. Like just the numbers it tries to pull are just you'll get null errors and things like that in numbers. I think the furthest I have gone playing 2020 is 67 years, and this game is not meant to go that far. You're meant to go 4 years, maybe 8, before all the little compound mathematical things start to like just mess things up. I think they need to overhaul the character system. They need to overhaul the animations. They need to overhaul so much. The game needs to look better. It unfortunately, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound really bad, but this game does not look good. It is not appealing in any way visually. It's still 2016's graphics. Even Supreme Ruler went, crap, we need to update our graphics. We need to come up with a new game. Now, yes, it's mostly the same game there too, but at least they realized they needed to update their graphics and their UI. The game came out in 2016 as well. And maybe the rant begins. Maybe you start to fucking communicate with your community. I reached out to you 3 or 4 years ago and said, hey, I would be willing to be a liaison between the company and the community, but alas, that was for naught. I was told basically they wanted to keep the information that went out accurate, so they wanted to keep it in-house. By that, they mean because actions speak louder than words. They didn't want to communicate anything, because in the last 4 years, look at how they've communicated with the community. Pretty much, I can sum up 1 year's worth of Eversim's community engagement. New versions out, give us $60. We added 4 things. Hey, the game came out last month, we're patching these 5 things. Hey, the game came out 2 months ago, hope you're enjoying it, we're patching these 6 things. Hey everybody, the newest version of the game came out. Give us $60. That's Eversim communication in a nutshell. I don't understand how some people will even still defend this company because they say that there's no competition. There's no competition for themselves at this point. They're not even doing anything to earn your hard goddamn money. They're going to release another version in the next little bit, probably, and they're going to charge you north of $60. And I guarantee you, I'm going to say it right now. This is my estimation. They're going to add 5 things. It's because I looked back at the last 4 years, and on average, they added anywhere from 4 things to 7 things. Like, I am fed up. I am tired. This game, this company has so much goddamn potential, and they're squandering it and ruining it by not communicating with people, like they did again this year, and basically just grabbing their community by the nuts and just squeezing and squeezing until they get that $60. And then releasing a little bit by giving a couple patches. 2 nuts, 2 patches. Not saying there's a coincidence. And then squeezing those nuts again to ask for the next year's $60. I'm sorry. They're not having my nuts. I'm done. This is probably going to be my last video for any of their games. Until they prove to me that A, they're going to be adults and support their games properly by giving them, actual proper support over the years. They're no longer going to be asking me, hey, it's been a year, give me $60. And, maybe if they can show that they're a little creative and maybe, I don't know, give us a new UI. Give us, more stuff. Like, even the units in this game are so boring. So boring. The entire military system in this game just sucks. I tried to play Ukraine versus Russia, and it's one of the reasons why I just refunded 2023. I couldn't do it. I was going to do a live stream. I had the Let's Play set up. I started recording. I did about 3 hours of recording, and by hour 3, I said, you know what? This is free promotion for them, and they don't fucking deserve even free fucking promotion. It's still broken. It's a busted ass system. Oh yeah, you can enter cities. Apparently. I had a 50-50%, like my units wouldn't even fully enter a city. I'm not going to go on a rant about all the bugs I came across. Some of them have been there for several years. People, just look on Steam. People made a list of all the different bugs going back to 2016. I think someone just carries it over. Disappointing. I'm not even going to attempt 2024 or whatever it is. If they announce Geopolitical Simulator 5, I will look at the videos online. I will look at the trailer, and I will have questions. But that does not mean I'm shilling that out. Many things will need to be checked off before I even waste my own personal time and money giving free promotion out on my YouTube channel. I don't freaking make money off this goddamn thing. But yeah, they need to sit down, have a meeting with themselves and say, listen, sales are going down. You just look on SteamDB. The amount of people that theoretically own the games are going down and down every year. Even with a 2% increase of the player base from release day to now, maybe a couple thousand people bought this one. Oh, I've had it. Honestly. My disappointment level is beyond where my hair is. I used to have hair before I started playing Power and Revolution. I am very disappointed. Very disappointed. And I'm going to cut it there. Because I don't think I can say the word disappointment enough to communicate just how much and how unhappy I am that I linked my wagon personally, which is one of the reasons why I think I'm so upset to this company when I worked for them with 4th Generation Warfare. And I feel like they didn't break it, like they didn't break my heart, but they broke the faith I had in a company that seemed to communicate to me that they were going to be making changes. And I think, honestly, I would not be surprised if we all of a sudden heard nothing from these guys anymore, or at least for like a long time. Because I'm just disappointed. Anyways, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you. You could have been watching anime, but you were watching this. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.